That's crazy. Oh, another one with Boruto. I want to ask, in general, what was your favorite scene to actually do in the 170 episodes?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to remember like a favorite scene in the sense of like there were so many that I really liked. One of them, I don't want to spoil things, but I guess people have probably already seen stuff. Well, one of them was like one of them was in the movie and also in the tuning exams arc in the show. But I really love when Boruto is just kind of like, okay, cool. Like when his dad shows up and is like, hey, I was really proud of you. But then he has this moment where he kind of breaks down after his dad leaves. Because I love the fact of like, there's like the public side that we show to people, and then there's like what's really going on underneath. So I love anytime that there's like that the chance to do a layered performance. And I also really liked the scene. I can't remember what episode number it was, but it was when Boruto, they're trying to not get revenge for, oh my god,
I think it's I think I know which one you're talking about.
it was on the boat.
It's the what's the bar? You know which one she's talking about.
The boat? What you mean?
They were like trying to get revenge for the death of their friend, but then
The Funado art. The Funado art.
yes, and so like there's the moment where Boruto's basically like gonna sacrifice himself, and it was like a really fun scene to act because it's like, you know, I mean, as far as the character knows, this is the end of their life, so it's a very heavy moment.
To be honest, I actually think that's one of the most underrated arcs of Boruto, because that's where Boruto learns about the cycle of hatred. He learns about all the pain that ninjas really go through. And to be honest, like when it comes to like actual Boruto fans, because it wasn't really in the manga, they don't really pay attention to stuff like that. So in my personal opinion, I think that's something that really shaped the character of Boruto. I haven't necessarily heard the dub version of that yet, so I'm pretty sure you did it well. But I hope that scene right there, like encaptures what essentially happened in this sub. Because in my personal opinion, one of the best arcs of all time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, for Boruto specifically.
Like people hate on filler, which I will admit there's plenty of filler in Boruto, there's plenty of filler in Naruto, but there are times where filler is a chance to expand on the character.
Yeah, exactly. Well. Yeah.
To be honest, I have like a different view of the Boruto. I don't really see it as filler. I see it like as anime canon. And I know we talk about it all the time, anime canon and such. But for example, like Boruto's compression Rasengan, people who only watched the manga, when the anime came out and then he pulled that out against Ishiki, it's like they're all confused now. But us, because we watch the anime, because anime canon, we know what it is. We're pretty much familiar with it, and of course, it makes sense in the actual Boruto anime. So I think even in TBV, I think it's gonna get even more drastic, where the anime is gonna have to fill in a lot more of the stuff that TBV just isn't necessarily doing in the manga. And to be honest, of course, I'm super excited to see exactly how you handle it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of hard for a manga to actually encapsulate everything that's going on, so you need filler. Yeah. So yeah, I totally agree with that. We did have a super chat. Somebody wanted to say something to you from Jordan Avant. He shot us a $5 donation. He say, "Hey Amanda, if you haven't read Boruto 2 Blue Vortex yet, let's say you're going to feel really sad for Boruto. Let me tell you."
Oh, I love my angsty stuff. I'm a millennial. I grew up with emo music and whatnot, so I'm ready to get back into my feels.
Very nice. Very nice.
This could be interesting because you haven't really seen TBV yet. If you were to have, let's say you were the Boruto writer and you get to pen what Boruto's story is in TBV, what is your ideal role for Boruto?
I mean, I've heard a little bit of what already happens, but basically what I feel like is a good arc for him is Naruto is the journey of a kid who had nothing and had to fight for everything he had. And Boruto grew up kind of with a silver spoon in his mouth. So to me, the idea, a good character arc is always going to be kind of the opposite. So like he has everything and he loses everything, which I've heard a little bit of like what it sounds like he loses. And so I'm like, that kind of seems like it's already where it's going. But I love good character arcs where it's like you put them in a situation that is that character's worst fear, you know. So what does he do, like, you know, or maybe it's the arc of a villain. Like I think it'd be cool, like, you know, some of the people that matter most to him, like what happens if he loses like Himawari or something, like what does that do to someone who normally is like, I believe in friendship and I'm never going to give up on people and I'm always going to try to do the right thing. But then I think that'd be an interesting thing to explore. something dark. I like dark stuff. I like it when you kill off characters because then things matter.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
There's stuff.
Yeah. So you did do the voice acting for the movie? Because I know some. Okay. Yeah. Did you enjoy doing that? Like, cause like I dream of being on a big screen one day. Like, so like I know your face is not on the screen, but you're on a big screen and a very cinematic movie, and it was actually a really great movie. So like, what is the feeling of actually watching the finished product?
I mean, it was super cool because again, it was the first time I had done the main character.
Exactly.
So the movie is my character. I'm like, that was very cool.
So it's like it's your movie. Like that's what I'm saying. So
so we did the game first, then we did the movie, then we did the show. So looking back on the movie, it was interesting to like watch it compared to like the tuning arc in the show because by then we had settled into the voice, and the voices are slightly different because we were kind of feeling it out. So it was very fun to do, but I never actually got to see it on a big screen. I don't think there were any like. I don't think it was in theaters near me.
No, it wasn't. But still. But
it would have been so cool because I got to see the Sailor Moon movies on the big screen. We had a big premiere and everything, and it was so cool. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I want to say that you did an amazing job in the movie. I didn't see it in sub. I actually only saw it in dub.
Oh, okay.
I want to say, you did an amazing job. Like the way you portrayed the emotion in the scenes and stuff like that. Like you did, like when Naruto took the headband off of him and he was sad and he yelled at his dad. Like you did an amazing job. I just want to give you your flowers for the performance that you. Yeah.
I do have a question.